what many people find it difficult to achieve is happiness. But to become happy or to feel happy, you don't need to have everything in life before you can become happy. And me too, that's how I used to think. I used to think before I can become happy, I need to have everything in life. And it is impossible for you to have everything in life. And after I realized all this, and I get to know that, oh, I don't need to have everything before I can become happy. I don't need to have all the friends in the world. I don't need to have like money. I don't need to have like good relationship, and I don't need to have like all the value to offer before I can become happy. All these things are just minor things. For you to become happy, you need to feel like you are like all the time. You need to feel like, oh, you don't lose anything in your life. All the time you are feeling comfortable and nothing is worrying you. And I used to think a lot, but after I realized all this, everything became easy for me. And I just look at the animals. When you look at animals like bears, they don't have anything, but still they are the most happiest things that you can ever see, because they fly left and right, they eat, they drink, they do everything, but they never they don't farm, they don't work, but they just eat and they sleep. And they are just roaming. And if you see, they are the most happiest things. And all those, all the animals, human being is included as animal, but all the animals, if you consider human being is a super, they are the head of all the animals, and they find it difficult to have happiness within them. But if you realize all this, you take and look at the environment, and you see the creatures that are living in it, you realize that you don't need to feel, or you don't need to have everything in life before you can you can become happy. I wish I could show you guys some things, like goats and other animals. They are just roaming, eating around. They don't farm, they don't do anything, but they roam the way they want, and they're happy. And chickens are also there, they are also roaming, and that's it. You don't need all the fancy things before you can become happy. And according to Bible, they say God created us on his own image. So if God created us based on his own image, then in the letter we are like God. So, and I don't think God always feels sad. God is always happy. So if God is always happy, then we should always be happy as well. You don't need to have everything fancy in your life. And God gives and God takes. You can struggle in life trying to achieve anything, but if God doesn't say, you're going to get it, it's impossible for you to get those kind of things. It's impossible for you to get it. You will never get it. You can struggle, work day in and day out, but you never get it until God say, I'm going to bless you with this. And if God does that, you see that it is easy to achieve. And after I realized that, thinking can never solve any problem, and it will bring more problems into my life, I get relief, and I just feel happy. I don't feel disturbed or so. If I lose a friend, I'm okay with that. If I gain a friend, I'm okay with that. And life goes on. Never say anytime you lose a friend, don't think, that's the end of your life. That's the end of life. Or anytime that you are having something that you lose it, don't think that's end of life. People lose their best friends, people lost their wives, people lost their husbands, and people lost their brothers and sisters, but still they feel happy. So considering all these things, you don't need everything in life before you become happy. So actually, some things will come into your life just to distract you some more, but don't let it over distract you to a point where you can't even think anymore. You can't even feel comfortable anymore. Don't think that if I lose this, that's all in life. There's a lot to achieve, and there is a lot, as I say, there is a lot to achieve. Look at these creatures that I'm talking about. They don't care if they break, fine. If they don't, if it is they are okay. If it is night, they are okay. They don't care. And you never see them complaining that, I've not eaten, I've not drink. They are okay and they are living. And If you look, they will never tell you, oh, I'm sick, I'm thinking that way, but you're okay and they are good to go. But human beings, we are having all these things and we can talk to each other. If you are having any problem, you can talk to somebody, to a person that you believe, and the person, if the person can help you, fine. If the person cannot help you, oh, you can go to another person, or you can figure it out. You don't need to feel sad, or you don't need to think that, oh, because I just lost this, oh, that's end of life. That's not the end of life. There is a lot more to go. There is a lot more to go. And if you look at the environment, I don't know, look at the environment, how fresh it is. And God created all these things just to make us feel happy. In case maybe you feel one side is not happy for you, you can just figure out how to approach the other way. And that's life. You can see the environment. Look at how clear and everything is. And I like the environment. Everything is clear. And if you find yourself within this, like this environment, you don't need to feel sad again. Everything is possible to achieve when you live in this kind of silence environment, or any place. Like if you check those people that are having all the resources or all the money in the world, but still they are not, many of them are not happy. And many used to talk a lot that, oh, I've been feeling this way for past years or past days. And when you are chasing money or has happiness, you are never going to get the money that you will be satisfied with that. Looking at the rich person in the world, like those Bill Gates and co, all of them, still they don't feel happy. If you look at them, one way or the other, they are having flaws, but they continue to live. Look at like those Bill Gates, like this Musk and those like, if you look at them, many of them, they don't live with their wives, and still they are happy and they are good to go, but they have all the money in the world. And if you think, oh, money can buy happiness, it is impossible. You don't need to have all the wealth like in the world. You don't need to have all the money in the world before you can become happy. All these things are just gateway, but just put in mind that, oh, you don't need all these things to be happy. Happiness goes beyond this. Happiness goes beyond having money and having a lot of friends. All that happiness goes beyond that. And if you realize that, or if you know this, I don't think you're going to find any challenge in your life. And that's it. Like struggling in life it is a way of just figuring out who you are. And after I realized all this, everything become easier. And just look at this, like even those, like if you think a lot, it will come to a point that you even think, and you'll be thinking, and like you're not even acting on it, because you have a lot to work on. It comes to a point you are not, like, you think a lot and you just feel breakdown, and you don't even feel to communicate to anybody, and which is the climate of sadness. And don't be the type who fall within that trap. Feel, at least a day in a day out, find something that can make you happy and do. Don't mind society. Society can criticize you. If you do good, society can criticize you. If you do bad, society will still criticize you. So all these things is just your choice to choose which direction to take. And you don't need all the fancy resources. To make life better for yourself. Everything is possible to achieve. And I think that's all I can say for now. And as I told you guys, this channel all about educating you guys on things that I know, and also sharing my life as well. And these are just basis of some of the way I live my life here in the village, and that's it. And everything is that. I don't need fancy things to achieve anything in life. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.